was just there when we rehung it,
Bingo.
put a new sill on it. Keep going. Well, this is the upstairs. There was a wall here and a door and one opposite and then closets in between. Definitely set up as bedrooms. And we removed all that and found all the nifty little closets out into the eave space and shelves and typical shaker use of such space. This stair rail and little rail we stole from ones like it that we saw in the North Shop. We sort of copied that because we weren't sure exactly what happened. Initially, we put shellac on this floor because that was the conservator approved thing because it was removable. And guess what? It's gone. It removed itself in most places. Definitely around the door. Now there was a conservator that did a study of the village in the mid-80s, and he was absolutely amazed to find that this building had 3 species of bats sharing quarters. This isn't supposed to happen. They're supposed to be exclusive. But one of the things that we did, and I was reminded by reading my own little report, was remove at least 600 pounds of bat guano before we dared to take the ceiling down, because otherwise we'd have been wearing it. And after that, mostly it was just stripping paint, pulling down plaster. We gave up on all the plaster and had Pat. Oh boy.
Yeah.
The plaster. The plasterer that Billy met this summer, who's sort of an old guy now, was a young intern working for his father-in-law, who's the one that replastered everything in here.
Sorry, this is awkward.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For some reason, the architect in charge at the time decided that this building should be heated by hot air, which has made it very dry and cracked. But it's holding up pretty well. The building had been slated around 1900, the roof. And because we were going back to 1876 or thereabouts, it was wood shingles at the time, so we removed all the slate and tried to preserve it, stored it over in the carriage house with the other slate, and then put cedar shingles on. As near as we could figure out, it was about 5 1/4 to the weather. It was sort of random. We evened it out at pretty much 5 1/4 to the weather. Their trim on the sides of the dormers was actually cut to fit the shingles, so we had to slide them in. And there were some rather unique I'll have to edit this one later. There was some unique flashing on the dormer cheeks that consisted of a board with a little groove cut in it that was then fastened to, that was glued to a piece that went up under the clapboard, so that it went down over it, and it was a wooden flashing. And I had a wool grove to catch anything that managed to sneak by. And outside of the mundane, that's a lighting that's hid as much as possible, and a sprinkler system, which was easy to install because we removed all the plaster. We didn't have to have any exposed piping. Guess that's all I have to say.